let you. What she say? Wait. What she said? Why you wanna act dumb? Y'all wanna fucking act stupid? Nigga think I'm Lotto? You think I'm naked? Go on the phone right now. Go on the phone right now.
Pain I felt enraged, put my sadness in these pages. Lyrics for your soul, my everyday don't feel the same. Leave me how you met me, keep me far away. She caught my every teardrop, umbrella for the rain.
Beefs. I like the beefs. That's honestly me. I'm a big beefer. I'm a big beef.
Gave you my heart through SMS. Baby girl, it's evident you get from God you haven't sent. And I'll do anything to make sure you got everything. It's hard to let you in, true love can be a scary thing. I gotta apologize for all the times I did you wrong. Talk about it in my songs, but I know it won't make up for none. Yeah. With you I opened up, focused on us and sobered up. Yeah. Well maybe just a bit, shawty roll it up, let me take a hit. Yeah. You got me levitating, our frequencies are resonating. By having you I made her, God there's no such thing as being jaded. Paid up for the race, put my sadness on these pages. Lyrics for your soul, my everyday don't feel the same. Leave me how you met me, keep me far away. Calm my every teardrop, umbrella for the rain. Baby, you excellence, gave you my heart through SMS. Baby girl, it's evident you get from God you haven't sent. And I'll do anything to make sure you got everything. It's hard to let you in, true love can be a scary thing. Baby, you excellence, gave you my heart through SMS.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's Jack, and this is Chiv, and we're here for another episode of the Mike Podcast. We're here
the Mike Podcast.
with what?
The Mike Podcast.
Did I say the Mike Podcast?
Yes.
Like, you guys mess up.
Why don't you introduce our guest for us
take
then?
that over. All right, well, welcome to the Mike Check Podcast. Today we have a rapper, producer, sound engineer, Guala. That's what you're going by now, right?
Yeah. Rich Guala.
Rich Guala.
Rich Guala, but you guys can call me Guala. It doesn't really matter. Tomato.
Tomato. So I'm gonna be real. So I said I was gonna address this. You haven't dropped some music. The hip hop world is on fire right now. We're gonna get to it. Yesterday, right? We see, or not yesterday, but a few days from now, God knows what's gonna happen, what's gonna pop off. But right now we're seeing tweets flying left and right. Cardi B, Nicki Minaj. We see Cardi B drop an album a couple weeks ago. Looks like the album's not doing too well commercially. Like, looks like it's kind of doing I don't know. I saw somewhere like 80,000, which look isn't bad, especially for like a hip hop artist or whatever. But it's like, given where Cardi B, I guess people would think she would be, seeing that she's pretty well known amongst people as a pop culture public figure. But clearly, let's be honest, the music isn't moving.
Get the Grammy over Asher World for the record.
That's crazy.
She won the Grammy over Oh yeah, she did, right?
Her album in 2018.
Yeah, it's insane. But she dropped her album, has been doing well. We've seen Nicki Minaj take some shots. A call got leaked yesterday of her on the phone with Ice Spice's manager, literally going off, literally like saying, I forgot what she said, but she was like screaming on the phone, saying she's gonna kill her, all this and that, like saying that she's gonna fight her.
I wanna let you. What she say? Wait. What she said? Why you wanna act dumb? Why you wanna act dumb?
Trust me, I really don't know.
You don't know? I'ma show ya. I'm not Lotto. I'ma beat her the fuck up. I'ma knock her the fuck out. Oh yeah. I'ma beat her ass. I'ma get riot beat up by my niggas. Y'all gonna see what the fuck is up. You think I'm fucking pussy ass Lotto?
Sorry, tell me what's that? Yeah, I don't know. I'm on vacation.
Bro, I don't gotta fucking tell y'all shit that she said, because y'all know exactly what the fuck the bitch said. Go on the phone right now. Go on the phone right now.
Yeah, Cardi B on the phone with this manager. Yeah, on Ice Spice. Like literally, like as if she's like literally like just someone from down the block or something like that. Like literally talking like, oh, he's gonna fucking fight some dude that just talked trash like one of us fucking talking after this. Like literally that's the fucking shit. And she's screaming top of her lungs at this, and the manager's like, look, I don't know. She's mad because Ice Spice dissed her on Ice Spice's album, I believe. I don't even know what the diss was. I forgot already, but it was like really not significant. It was like, I think it was something like, like maybe implying that she had some sort of thing with, if Cardi's upset about it, I would assume then maybe what she was saying was true. Maybe the Offset try to be with Ice Spice. I don't know. That's just me speculating here. But what do you think about this whole beef, in this whole, because you say like about trendy. I'm curious to know your thoughts on this. When you see these huge artists, we saw Kendrick and Drake beef last year. Honestly, I think not a coincidence we see Cardi B has an album out, Nicki Minaj teasing an album. I think Bia's involved in this whole thing. Bia also has an album. I saw everybody's got a fucking album involved in this thing. So it's like, makes sense. What is your thoughts? Is it good for hip hop, or does it kind of lose realness? You know what I mean?
I think I got PR trained before this. I didn't even know they had beef. I'm gonna just put that out there. I didn't even know. I don't be, when it comes to this stuff, I don't really be keeping up to it. I be so like, and I don't want to sound like so like egotistical or like so like in love with myself, but like I really just don't. Sometimes I'll just be so busy just doing my own thing that I don't be, keeping up with all this, all the nonsense that be going on. Where I think it's good. I don't think hip hop is really my culture to kind of really just speak on it like that, to be like, oh, like this is damaging our culture. But as I could speak as like for the musical culture as artist, do I think it's good? No, I don't think it's good. I think it just takes away from the music, and it just makes, makes the artist just look like this whole reality TV show drama that's just going on.
Mm-hmm. And to play devil's advocate here, though, some people would say to you, well, you say that, but then you look at guys like Kendrick Lamar, who, he just beat with Drake last year, beat Drake. I think most people agree with that. And
Twitter doesn't.
And what?
Twitter doesn't.
Well, some people on Twitter don't, but most people acknowledge he won. But look what he got. He got an album after that, released his album, #1 everywhere, huge. Even now, people are listening to the album, even though I feel like it's losing a little steam now, but people are still listening to it for sure. Did the Super Bowl, did a massive tour with SZA. I mean, literally, like, I don't know how to put it because he was already so huge, so I don't want to say even this made him big, but like, I don't even know. This just I don't even know if it times him, but it just solidified him in culture.
Him more like popping.
It solidified him in not even hip hop culture. I'm talking like pop culture in general. You know what I'm saying? Like solidify him as
the Super Bowl's a big deal.
Yeah, and also just the way that he beat Drake. I mean, obviously, like, impressive. You know what I'm saying? I think people like are acknowledge he's the better artist. I think most people probably, or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe people don't even look at it that way, but at least I think they probably at least look at it like that. So I feel like even though you're saying like, you're not into it and all that, like, what do you say though about, because there is also some benefit in there. I think that there's definitely a mix. You don't want to go too deep into this whole fake world, but also if you don't go into the fake world, how are people going to even find the real stuff, Yeah.
I think it's a scary, position to be in just as artists, because it's like, me personally, I would do my best to try to avoid any of that, because like I don't like confrontation, man. I'm just a very laid back, chill guy. Like, that doesn't mean I'll let people step over me or run over me and stuff like that, but if I'll do my best to just be so in my lane that they don't even get a chance to kind of just bump into me and kind of step over me. And it's hard because you're right. Like, to a certain point, you do realize that, like, a lot of these things, like how they get, popping now is just by like drama on like TikTok or social media or Twitter. It's just like, sometimes it feels like that's the only way you can get popping, or, to, get all eyes on you or the spotlight on you nowadays. And it's kind of hard, and it's, it's scary to kind of think of it, because you're like, damn, like, what if I don't want to take that route? Like now, like, do I have to just go online and just start beef with somebody or do something controversial that's going to get all eyes on me and stuff like that? So, yeah, that's what I think. I agree there's some benefit. I mean, there's a lot of benefit. It depends on who you are. Mm-hmm. But there's also some real life world consequence that can come to those things. Yeah. One of them being Who was it?
We've seen so many people.
One of these artists.
We've seen a lot of people like
just
Tupac, obviously
yeah,
one of the
Tupac-
biggest ones.
Tupac and,
one
like,
of the most
Biggie,
notorious beefs that
you know,
led to
that just
terrible
led
deaths.
to them being,
Yeah.
dead. And it's
Even
just
Drake's house got shot up. I mean, I don't know if that had any connection or
yeah,
whatever.
and I
at the
think
end of
something
the day,
about the
but-
Weeknd's house got shot
Yeah.
up when
Yeah.
that whole thing was going on. It's just like people fail to realize that like it's all fun and games until it's not. It's all like Twitter beef until
It's just rap. at
it's
the end of the day.
not. And it's all just rap until it's not.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it's not exactly.
Even more than that. Sorry to cut you off. You could go ahead.
Thank you. I was gonna say, like, even like in this industry and maybe with a lot of things that we've been hearing, it's just like a lot of these people in the music business have a lot of power that they shouldn't have, but they do. And it's terrifying because it's like, when you have that much power where you, in a certain way, you control the media outlets and you basically can post whatever you want to say, it's just insane. Because it's like, what if I get on the wrong side? Or what if anybody gets on the wrong side of these people? And then, that's what causes them to do these things. And then going back to the whole Drake thing, I think one of the things that I did hear about it was that they were saying, Drake was saying, I think in the court case, that a lot of this, the reason why this whole Kendrick thing, why Kendrick won in his defense was because I think Drake wanted his masters and royalties from Universal, from UMG. Yeah. And I think, and then he was like, oh, like they're using this as to kind of like bully me into like, submitting to them and keeping them like that. We saw the same thing happen, the same conspiracy around Michael Jackson. A lot of people say why Michael Jackson was murdered or killed is because he also wanted his, his masters, his royalties and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, we've definitely heard it. What were you going to say
There's
before?
definitely a lot of that. I was going to say, even more than we're talking about real life consequences going that far, whether it be, people in power attempting to blackball you or something along those lines, or with Biggie or Tupac, where it leads to murder. For a lot of people, if you're not at the level that Tupac and Biggie were, or you're not at the level that that Kendrick and Drake are, being a beef like that really, really like delegitimizes you. You really stop being like, if you look at like 6ix9ine, for example, who never got that to that level of success and had then been involved in certain beefs. Obviously, some are more in the street than they were in the music industry. People don't look at you the same when you're competing with people, when it's clear that you are just trying to start fights with people to get attention. Mm-hmm. People don't look at you the same way. So most of the time you really want to keep out of it. And so you get to a certain level and then you kind of can survive it, but that doesn't make it the best idea in any case.
Well, I definitely don't think it's a good idea, but I feel like mixing it is definitely good. Like, I feel like not mixing necessarily starting a fight. So I'm not saying that, but like mixing the showboating, because like, let's be real, like this is all showboating. Like, I don't really think. I mean, well, I don't know. Cardi B actually seemed pretty pissed off.
Well, no,
but I'm sure
they
Ice
have
Spice,
been beefing for years.
Ice Spice. Well, I'm saying Ice Spice, so she seemed pissed off, but. Yeah, and they've been beefing. I mean, that got physical that time at a fashion thing or some shit, like at a New York Fashion Week or something like that. Yeah, like years ago. Yeah, they were a long time ago at this point. Like it was, I think 2019, 2018, something like that. Maybe even, I don't even know at this point. But what do you call it? Like she seemed mad, but I'm sure Ice Spice, I don't think Ice Spice probably gives a shit. I mean, she's been popping for the past, I mean, she's definitely been slowing down now, but by the time this beef had happened, she was popping. I mean, she was at the hottest she was ever. So, I mean, I don't think she really was that at home fucking crying about Cardi B. At the end of the day, she's just trying to showboat. And what I'm saying is, I feel like that's important. Well, it's important to mix it in without losing yourself. That's always kind of the balance, right? Like, that's kind of the balance is, how do I stay true to myself without going too far into this lane? You know what I mean? The beefs, I like the beefs. That's honestly me. I feel like I'm a big beefer. I'm a big beef. I feel, look, it's fun, it's messy, it's good to talk about, you know what I mean? But I know you're not with that. with that beef stuff. And I don't think beef, by the way, you don't need beef to be a showman. Let's be
No,
real.
you
Like
don't,
you do
for
it in the
sure.
way as the performance, you can do it in performances, in
just be funny.
interviews. Look, be funny, be yourself, show the qualities, find the qualities that are most positive about yourself and show them, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we've seen. I mean, there's been tons of artists to do it the right way, you know what I'm saying? And it's like they're even more respectable, and those tend to be the artists that stick around. You know what I'm saying? That especially that are a lot of times writing their stuff in rap specifically. You know, obviously, especially now, honestly, in all genres, it's really even rap now. It's like acceptable. I feel like to have like writers and stuff like
Songwriters.
that.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
I feel like nowadays,
Yo,
like
when you have writer's block, just know like every artist gets writer's block. The
Yeah.
reason why a lot of these artists be pushing out more music is not because they be creatively coming up with this, is because they have songwriters, they have a team of songwriters that help them finish the lyrics.
Which that's how it used to be. I mean,
Yeah.
that's how people used to make music before the
Exactly.
Beatles. Like that was how you did it. You were a performer, and someone else was the writer.
Yeah.
And someone else, played the instruments, and
Musician.
someone
You
else
were just
composed
the
it, and you just
puppet.
sang. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that was what you did. You sang songs other people wrote.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like I feel like
then
hip
the
hop.
60s happened, and there was this change that you became expected to create your own music and to write your own lyrics as well as perform it yourself. And then I guess, we've been, with the way that music is produced now, both in pop and hip hop, with the way that it's not performed, the instrumentals aren't performed live anymore. We kind of started shifting back to like, okay, well now you could have group of producers, group of songwriters in the studio, or it's the same group of people, and then you kind of all work on the song together, but you have the artist and then you have the group of people. So we've kind of been, it's kind of funny, we kind of went full circle now.
Yeah.
That except for now we see the artist, at least, you want to believe, there's rumors all over the place, but you want to believe that the artist is still at the forefront. So they kind of lead the creative direction, and then you have a team of people to kind of help you out.
I want to ask you though, Chiv, what do you think about this Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Ice Spice beef? What actually tell me also, because I want to know, because you didn't say your opinions, that's why I wanted to ask you. But now I also just remembered there were tweets flying off the handle when we
stopped.
we began. Oh,
They
just
stopped, except for
read
Cardi
us some
B.
tweets, read us some highlights for Marcos too, so you can know.
I'll go.
So I can find out because
Yeah, because he's never gonna find out about this.
To be honest,
he doesn't give a fuck.
It's hard to read them.
unless it shows
Let's
up
react.
on like the hot freestyle page.
Yeah,
I'll be like, oh, they have beef.
It's hard to read them because Nicki Minaj be writing paragraphs.
I know. Like, well, just pick.
No, but I
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, yo, go
I'll
on.
pull
Like,
up with the top
yeah,
tweets
like a
right
news.
now.
I mean, it's just
Sure.
so. And also, by the way, let me while you do that, I'll also tell people like Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, obviously have been beefing mainly, really, for like years. I mean,
Since forever.
They always been
it's been
beefing.
years, but like nothing's been like hot and active for a while. I mean, they've both been. I don't even think
It's
Cardi B hasn't even released music.
It honestly was last time it was hot, to my memory, was when Nicki Minaj released Pink Friday.
Yeah,
2,
but that was
which
like a year
was
ago,
when,
about or so, right?
2023, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 2 years ago. So
Yeah.
it's like literally, it's been a long
So
time.
it's last time they dropped. That's my opinion on it.
And
That's
even then,
what I have to
I
say.
felt like, but this is the hottest it's been since probably like, I mean, they're calling each other
I don't know.
out
It's only
straight
day
up.
one, so I can't say
No,
but
not the hottest it'll ever be, but the hottest.
But
it's been in a while.
No, I'm saying in a while. Yeah, I'm saying I can't say it's the hottest it ever was because this is always what they do. They always
Yeah.
go on Twitter and they don't even add each other or reply. They just put out tweets.
They just put out tweets and then
and
they just
everybody
let
knows,
us decide like
and so they
what they're trying to say,
Except
who they're
this,
saying it to.
you got to see these tweets though. It's pretty obvious though they're talking about each other because
Yeah,
it is. They're
yeah.
like responding.
Well, yeah. Nicki
Read it to
Minaj
me.
is actually the only tweet that she put out while we've been recording was she tweeted 5 minutes ago Barney B and Culture Vulture, and she
like this is
damn, the
live
kid.
right now.
Damn, so she's speaking
And,
on her kid's
yeah.
name.
and actually she be doing this Barney B thing a lot apparently because
Yeah.
she has.
She's
the
saying that
picture
what Cardi B
of
looks like Barney?
Yeah, I don't
mean-
know. She has this photoshopped picture
Yeah.
of Barney. And I guess it's supposed to be Cardi
Yo,
B.
and Nicki and Cardi B is calling out Nicki Minaj because Nicki Minaj is, I don't know if a husband or ex-husband, I don't know if she's still with him, but like he was like a child molester or something.
think it was her
Or not
brother.
really a child
I think
molester.
it
Let me
was her
actually
brother,
correct that. The brother was a child molester, my bad. But
Yeah.
the husband,
like abusive or something.
yeah, the
That's
husband
what I
was
heard.
like allegedly something like, Like, I think he was like a teenager. Like, I think he was like in his 20s or maybe younger than that, or maybe, I don't know. I don't know the details, but slept with someone underage. And basically, yeah, like it wasn't a child, but I'm not defending it, but I'm just saying it wasn't a child just because I want to correct it myself. So I don't want to, I know it might seem like,
Nicki
Probably a
Minaj
minor.
said, also, I know y'all don't like taking my advice until it's too late, but don't listen to that music. It's been dipped in evil spirits, and their sole purpose is to unleash the spirit of drama in your lives. We rebuke it back to the pits
that's
of
what
hell.
Nicki Minaj said?
Nicki Minaj said that.
Isn't Nicki Minaj known for drama too?
For sure, but you know, self-awareness doesn't really go well in a beef.
Yeah, and she's like you said, she's calling her Barney. You know, Cardi B. I mean, this is basically just like Cardi B calling her ugly. Basically, both of each other calling each other ugly. Just typical shit. I mean, look, I'm not surprised at this point. I mean, what else? I mean, when you don't have like, I don't know. I mean, will stuff come out like, you know, kind of similar like with Drake and Kendrick? Like, it kind of seemed like, I don't know, like during their beef, it seemed like, oh damn, maybe there was, you know. Maybe, like, I don't know, like it seemed like that there was hints at like more to the story.
Like
you know what
deeper,
I'm saying?
real,
Yeah.
dark truths.
Who did you support in that? The Drake Kendrick shit?
I don't know, man.
Or you just didn't care? You were just like, you were just with it for the music?
Yeah, I was just there for the music. I think they both dropped good songs, but I do have to admit, and you know, much love to these both great artists, much respect always. I think Kendrick did kind of, he did his thing, like what's it called? Family
Matter. Or Family what is it? Meet the Grams.
Meet the Grams.
Family Matters is
Drake's.
Drake's. Yeah.
Family Matters Drake, but Meet the Grams was
That's insane. Insane when he dropped it out of nowhere, like that night. Like, what the fuck?
20 minutes later.
20 minutes
it was
after
crazy
Drake's diss
because
track.
I think that's where he gets is like he dropped the whole diss track on Drake where he was dropping the straight truth like in rap, like really rapping the whole story, and then he was like, I just dissed you, like actually dissed you, leaked this thing. Now I'm gonna diss you and turn it into the #1 hit song.
Yeah.
And then
Well, that was funny, right? Because a lot of people at that time, the biggest thing that they kept saying about Kendrick, which like isn't true because you can check Billboard charts from previous years, but was the biggest thing was like, yeah, you guys talk about Kendrick's lyrics and like he could rap or whatever. He has no hits. I never hear people playing his music. Nobody plays at the club. Nobody.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not true.
We agree, yes.
But it doesn't help that a lot of hits that Kendrick has made or is on also feature Drake.
he had a song with. I remember when his when Damn dropped, like that's all you heard on the radio.
Yeah,
Humble.
I
exactly.
was about to say.
People forget apparently, and so they were saying that. So then he then made Not Like Us, and it became the biggest song in the world and was playing clubs all over. And you know, he kind of was just like, you guys got to understand, I can make hits if I want to.
He played at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's so talented, man. But I got to say, you're also talented. I'm excited to see the new music you're coming out with. I just want to ask, though, first, like, what's going on with your music? You know, we haven't seen you drop any music since I believe it was Valentine's Day, right? It was the last single or something.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the last single? So
Yeah.
what has happened in that time that was kind of delayed? I mean, you played a little song for us here. What was the delay here? Not to put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
So why haven't you been dropping?
Yeah. Why are you lazy? No, I'm kidding. Let's hear it.
I think damn, it's like more than one. One of the reasons was kind of just like adjusting to growing up. I think the last time that I was on podcast with you guys, I was 16.
16?
16?
Must have been. Yeah, that's crazy.
16. Now I'm 21. So it's been a big adjustment. You know, the older you get, the more you kind of start to step out of this teenage mentality, and you realize that, you know, like the real world has real life consequences, and not just like that I face those consequences. It's just like, you know, you just like you start to deal with real shit. You know, like, so that has been part of it. Another part of it was kind of just like growing and just realizing that, like, you know, like maybe the music that I was making at the time wasn't as genuine to myself as much as I could be, or I could have been. So it was more just realizing, okay, you know, like how can I really define and like set my own sound.
Yeah.
Right? Like my own sound that no one can take from me, that, you know, like people can't say, oh, you sound like so and so, or my music doesn't sound like so and so, and it's just like you hear me, you hear my music, and it's me, you know. It's
like personal, yeah.
I like to look at it as timeless music. It's like music that you can listen to in a moment and it's amazing, and then music that you can listen to it 5 years and maybe if you don't listen to as much, it'd be like, yo, like this is a banger. Like this is like, it's like it has no time, but it's just like there's no era for it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's whenever you listen to it, it will forever be just like amazing.
Do you feel like previously that you were making music that was more like trendy, so to speak, and so you worry about that timeless?
Exactly. I think
I get
that
that
was
for sure.
a lot of my inspirations at that time were Juice WRLD, Kid Laroi. You know, like I think we have a lot of artists, for example, like that we can kind of just listen, kind of like Drake. You know, Drake's been around for since like 2007, 2009. And he's still popping like till this day, but it's because he sounds like Drake. Like no one else could take Drake's sound anymore because he sounds like Drake. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm getting. Like you can listen to Drake's old album from 2009 and it still be like you still bumping this like it was like he just dropped this today.
Yeah.
And the same thing go for like many great artists. And kind of realized like I kind of realized like that's kind of the only way that you last in the music game is just making music that it's so genuine, so true to you, where you're not bumping from trend to trend to trend to trend. I mean, by all means, like if that is your thing, like by all means go ahead. But I started to realize that that's not what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know, the way I saw it was I was like, I can either continue to rhyme a bunch of words back to back over countless melodies, or I can make a great piece of art. And that kind of made me realize, I'm like, okay, like, damn, like, have I been just rhyming a whole bunch of words that just go well together and rhyme together and over a melody that sounds good? You know, or can I just dig deeper and invest more like time and, you know, dedication and creativity to it to make like a great musical piece of art?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's crazy because you like are already good for you to say, oh, you've just been throwing, you know, rhymes together and putting them into paper. For you to just write off what you've done as that, I'm gonna say to you, that's crazy to me. You know, you've been doing way more than that. That's more than just that.
That's literally how I used to make
like
music back then.
But the fact that you're making
freestyle,
the
like
fact that to you is such a low bar. I'm excited to see what else you're gonna put out and stuff. But I do want to ask you about a couple things before you dip out. All right, there's been this thing trending: 100 best rap albums of all time.
What do you think generally people will say is like the best or top 2 or like top 5 rap albums? You don't have to name all 5, but like kind of just like in that general.
I think is on the list.
Yeah, that, like what would you think? You hear Pitchfork comes out with top 5 rap albums. Like what do you think is definitely in that top 5?
I think they'll probably put Kendrick on there.
You would think so, wouldn't you?
He's not on there.
He's not on there.
Oh my
so
God.
Yeah, so
maybe like Joyner Lucas.
Joyner Lucas also not on the list, but I wouldn't put him in top 5 either.
No.
I don't mind.
Wait, hold up. Is this like me? What if I would put them in there?
No, you're saying what you just think.
Just
you're
like,
predicting.
what do you think?
No, you're doing good. Yeah,
you've heard. Yeah, exactly. Those are exactly the answers I'm kind of looking for.
Probably some like some Snoop Dogg album.
Yeah, I think that's 100. Isn't it?
It's 100, but I would definitely see it being top 5 as well.
Dr. Dre.
Yep, exactly. I said that as well.
By the looks of it, this list sounds like it was just made by like
it's not. No, it's
30,
not.
40-year-olds.
No. It's not even old head because it just doesn't make sense.
I wish it made sense. So I'm gonna read it out, right? So I'll say this first, right? Number 1 rap album. Generally, I think people would say it could go to a couple of things, right? You can say, like you said, Dr. Dre, you can say The Chronic, you can say Illmatic. Right, then you have kind of like newer people say My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy or To Pimp a Butterfly, and then
all great albums, by the way.
The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is always up there, right? Number 1 on Pitchfork's list is the Infamous by Mobb Deep.
What?
Right? It makes no sense to me either.
You know what I said though?
I've heard some Mobb Deep songs, but like, listen, don't get me wrong. Once again, I am a 21-year-old in 2025. I did not grow up a Mobb Deep. I've heard some of the songs, but I don't know who's making this list, but It doesn't sound like it's like people.
Yo, Mobb Deep's
are
got a
not
comeback
enjoying it.
coming out. So that's what I'm saying.
he
I
thinks
think
he has
I think
promotion.
personally there's a comeback for Mobb Deep coming out next month. You're telling me that they made a ridiculous list with this as number 1. I'm not buying it. I think that there's someone behind this. There's no way. Come on, this has to be this is such a weird pick as number 1. I'm not saying it's even a bad album, but like
I named 5. That's why I did that first.
Who did
I'm like, these are the albums that generally people say are the best rap albums of
hell
all time.
outta here,
I've
man.
never heard The Infamous in that conversation. Number 2, I said is honestly a fair pick is All Eyes on Me by Tupac.
I can see that.
I think a lot of people will put that in their number 2.
I got some like other albums, but
I know.
I mean, look, I don't mind it. I understand. Definitely, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Number 2, okay, but I could be number 1
3,
even too.
I've honestly never heard this album, so I don't know. Maybe there's something I'm missing here, but it's 400 Degrees by Juvenile.
Yeah. No,
I don't
I've
even know
heard
who that
Juvenile.
is.
I get, I get
Juvenile,
I'm
but-
young, but I've never heard this one. 4, I also thought is ranked way too high, is Supreme Clientele by Ghostface Killah. I like Ghostface Killah, generally. I like this album. I don't know if I could call it the 4th best rap album of all
No,
time.
that's what this list is. It's
Well, like-
literally just, as you see, we're like here like, huh?
Yeah.
That is pretty much like, times that by 100, because every single one you're going to go down, it's literally like, what was the thinking process behind this? Like, they got albums, like, you want to know what they have for they only have one Kanye album, right? I don't know what number that is, but one of the Kanye album. It is Jesus. Well, Jesus isn't a bad album, but it's like, bro, come on. No Life of Pablo.
No College Dropout.
like you
No
said.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted
Or
Fantasy.
Homecoming.
Yeah.
No
Was it Homecoming?
Graduation.
Graduation.
Yeah, no Graduation. I said that as well.
What's the standard for these like albums? Like,
Well, that's what everybody's kind of trying to figure out.
Yeah, we don't know the
is
scale.
because it just doesn't make any sense because they're not really doing it based off of public opinion because nobody
Yeah, it sounds like
really thinks this
personal.
way. Yeah, and they're not doing it based off critics because, like I said, I named 5 albums that are generally considered the best, and they put the Mobb Deep album. So it seems like, legitimately, it's just some people's opinion.
What do you think about Sexy Red being number
And they just put
95?
it there. Yeah, they have Sexy Red.
Sexy Red.
I think number-
95
yeah.
over.
Over, what was it, Snoop Dogg? All right.
Over
who is
the
she
Snoop Dogg.
above?
I'll tell you right now.
Like,
I mean,
I know Snoop Dogg was like above her.
Shout out to Sexy Red. You know.
Yeah,
I mean,
Good for her.
look,
I
a
mean,
lot of
I
people have
personally
liked
never
that
really heard
album.
her music.
mean,
not
not
really my type.
I
but
honestly
if
don't
she got on
understand
that
it.
list, then
Sorry,
all
Sexy
love
Red.
and much respect to her for that. Because at the end of
Yeah.
the day, you know, like it's a flex.
Hey, I would flex if my album was
Gotta
on there
respect.
too.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, so actually, the Lupe Fiasco album
Which one?
is Fahrenheit 115th Part 2, Revenge of the Nerds, which also is not the best Lupe Fiasco album.
Wait,
I'm
I'm
pretty
sorry.
sure it's the only
Is that
one
what
on here.
beats Sexy Red or what?
That's underneath.
Oh, underneath Sexy. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, that's Sexy Red beat. I mean to say, yeah.
Is Fahrenheit 115th.
They have Kid Cudi on there at least, or no?
They do not have Kid
No
Cudi.
Kid
They
Cudi.
do have
No. what's
Bad
the album?
Bunny is on it,
Yeah,
despite not making rap music. And they even explain in the thing. This is the funniest part. They rank Bad Bunny. I forget where, and they actually explain how he makes reggaeton and not rap, but because it has like hip hop drums, they put it in there. I'm like, guys,
Yeah, what the hell?
Let's not.
Yeah, that's really all it is. I mean, that's
Yeah,
really
that
all
sounds
it
very
is. Like, that's
personalized.
dumb. Like, what would
I mean,
you...
don't get me wrong. I love Bad Bunny, but
and
I love Bad Bunny as well. He's not a rapper.
yeah. I wouldn't put him on like
Yeah, it's
the
Doggy
rap
Style at
albums.
100.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, honestly, even Bad Bunny, that's certainly not even the most. Despite even it is ridiculous just because of the whole genre situation, but like just some of the names. I mean, some of like the album choices. Like even I'm a big fan of Clips myself, but the album they chose as number 8. Like Hell Hath No Fury
Number 8
is number
of all
8.
time.
When I think first of all, there's 2 albums of theirs way better than that, you know. And it's not even really. It doesn't even feel like a rap album. It's more of a pop album. Yeah, there's some rapping, of course, but you know, I feel like it is more of a pop feel than anything else. But like, is it? We were talking about maybe it's influence if that's what they're judging off. But even then, I think
But
obviously
that's
that's
not
ridiculous.
eighth.
I
It's
wasn't
not the
once
eighth
again not
most
for that one.
influential album.
But I mean, I can understand then why they pick things like Yeezus over anything else or something like that. Or
Right,
they-
and I understand because they also put Earl Sweatshirt some rap songs at
Yeah.
25, and so like clearly they are kind of going for an influence thing. I also think that's why they put Bastard by Tyler the
Frank
Creator
Ocean
over
on there or no?
anyone. Say that again.
Any Frank Ocean on there? Or
No Frank Ocean, but I understand that he's not a rapper. And he definitely makes R&B So I understand that.
According to their logic.
Although again,
Fair
they
logic,
put,
any
I
song
don't
that
blame you
has,
for
like,
asking.
there
Yeah.
definitely
has
is.
hip hop drums.
Yeah.
What to you what is your favorite rap album of all time? Let me ask it that way first. If you had
Favorite
to,
rap
you could do a
album of
5. I
all
mean, there's
time.
100. There's 100 here. But
Yeah.
you could
You can name a
could do
few. Whatever,
5,
whatever is
whatever.
the
Whatever
what
stands
comes
out
to
to
mind.
you, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, before I say this, remember that I am a 21-year-old in 2025. So this is my opinion so far I've had. I think let's do 4. I'll do 4.
Sure.
One of them, and this is not in rank. This is just me naming it. One of them would be like the one I said, "The Life of Pablo." I think that's one of my favorite rap albums. Another one would be "A Death Race for Love" by Juice WRLD. Amazing album. That's 2. Astroworld. I have to put Astroworld.
Astroworld's
on
good.
there.
That's a
Yeah,
good pick.
Astroworld was amazing.
That
man.
wasn't on that list, Astroworld? Wow.
It wasn't.
No
That's not
Travis
on the
Scott
that's
album.
not
was
on
on
the
the
Astroworld
list.
That's
was on that
fucking no
list.
Travis Scott. Anything
Thank
that's
you.
coming out on the horizon? Anything that's about to come out that you could tease us with here?
So the song that I actually played you guys, and that they'll hear it, is actually part of a album that I've been working for the past 2 years. And I've never really publicly, I mean, I've dropped hints then and now and there working on the album stories, but nothing really crazy. But I was having a conversation with someone that gave me good advice, and she liked the idea of me coming on here and showing that song. Shout out wifey. She told me that was a good idea because I've been kind of putting this album, or maybe I've been playing it too safe for this whole album. So this album I've been working on, it's called Resilient Hearts. And I think what's cool about it is that it's so personal, and it's so like on point of everything that I've been going through as an artist in the past like 2-3 years. And with this whole conversation that we've been going for, Resilient Hearts, what it means to me is it's just like it's just remaining resilient, you know, just staying on course, like no matter how hard you get pushed down or, you know, how much off course you may go. Like, it's just at the end of the day, you know, like you always find a way to kind of go back on track. So, yeah, I have this album. It's called Resilient Hearts. We're working on it, working hard on it. I have 10 songs that I own rights to already. So it's all about just getting it into the lab and, you know, sending it off for mastering and then taking it to the studio and, you know, doing last minute tweaks and last little things in there. But I have 10 songs already that I own the rights to.
What could we expect? Then? I mean, geez, this is a bomb, man. I was. Why didn't you say this when in the beginning when I'm hammering you about being fucking lazy and not dropping anything?
I was waiting.
You're like,
I was waiting
bro.
for the moment of silence to kind of speak.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You should tell me to shut up. What the hell am I fucking talking about?
But yeah, it's called Resilient Hearts. I think
When you think it's coming out? Like a time, I know you don't got a date, but like, and can we expect it before 2026?
Oh yeah, you could
for
expect
sure.
it not going into 26, but starting into 2026. You can expect to see more things about it, and that's the goal. I think it's something that is out of my comfort zone and something that I'm trying to do. Excuse me, like so big on.
Why is it out of your comfort zone? Because I heard you say that before too. Like, why would you say this is out of your comfort zone, this album?
Because it's a lot of them are songs that you won't really hear me. Like, they don't sound like who I was like a couple years back. Like, they're not the trendy songs that I try to do, talking about the trendy things going on and stuff like that.
You mean like topically or sonically or both?
Both and everything.
Wow.
Like, it's not like, you know, like, oh no, she broke my heart. You know, like,
Yeah,
or like
is,
for
more happy
for like
shit.
one more song. No. It's
Or-
still like real emotional
Okay.
shit. and some happy shit. It's more like deeper, you know, like it's
Right.
if I could put it in a way, it's just more mature, and you'll be able to hear the maturity of these things. Like for example, like the song I just played you guys, the title of the song is called "Love Is a Scary Thing," and if you go on and if you really listen to the lyrics, you know, you just hear and okay, so I'm just give you a whole background on this if that's cool with y'all.
Yeah, of course.
So the song is called "Love Is a Scary Thing." And the statement itself is already so true. I know you still have your girlfriend. Your girlfriend been dating for a couple of years, right?
Yeah.
Opening yourself up and being vulnerable with someone all over again is very terrifying because you are literally putting yourself out there for someone. You know, being vulnerable. You know, you are. You know, with time, the longer you guys are together, you know, the more they see of who you truly are and not who you want them to see you as. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like
for
you
sure.
go from I need to impress this person, be the best person I can, to you showing your true colors. You know, like the not so good moments of yourself to this person, and you know, whether it be like, hey, you know, like this is just, you know, like this is who I am when I have my bad moments. You know, like. Are they going to stick around, you know, or are they just going to be like, no, this is too much? So, you know, it's a very scary thing to be at. And you could hear that topic throughout the song, you know, like what the chorus starts, the hook starts as, baby, you excellence, gave you my heart through SMS. I think that's something that this generation can believe of. Like, how many times have you guys, like, you know, revealed your feelings over text to somebody or on Snapchat just for it to get screenshotted and then just boom.
Oh, I don't know about that. I was with you until that. I mean, like,
You know,
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, or
probably.
just,
I don't know.
I
Maybe
mean,
actually. Who knows?
Definitely.
or just like,
Not that I
know
knew
where
of,
you-
but
I know
now
where
I'm
you're
coming
coming
to
from.
realize.
you know, or you just show up to work or school or wherever you're at the next place and they're like, oh, so I heard you have a thing for so-and-so. And you're just like, fuck.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Yeah, once-
especially if it doesn't go your way. And you're like, damn, they know I got
Yeah.
rejected.
Exactly. No,
So,
that's the worst. Yeah.
it's a really scary thing. Being so real with a person and just, you know, like putting yourself out there and expecting someone to love you how you truly deserve and want to be loved. It can be a scary thing because you may not always get it back, you know, and that doesn't always mean that like it's not meant to be or it's not going to work out. But, you know, like in a relationship, like there's no way you can be in a healthy relationship and not have any arguments and no problems.
Of course. So kind of a chunk of this album is about that, like reopening yourself up, the struggle of that, obviously going from one, you know, situation that was obviously bad for you, or not necessarily I don't know if the relationship was bad, but obviously just breaking up is bad for anybody. But just breaking up, being like, you know, feeling just terrible, and then reopening yourself up to somebody completely new, and you don't even know, will the same thing happen? I felt this before. Will this, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not just
it's that
about breaking up.
repeat that,
I'm sorry.
You know, no, you can continue. I was just echoing what Jack is saying, that it's like knowing that you've been somewhere before and it didn't work out, and then you kind of have to try again, someone completely new, and you have absolutely no idea what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
And then
I think.
sometimes you can see the same patterns and you're like, wait,
Yeah.
hold on. I was like, are we here again? But no, the album, I wouldn't say the album is about just breaking up. I think the album is just mostly based on just years of me going through like emotions, you know, with different experiences, different people, and just different emotions that you go through as a person, especially as a teen, growing out of your teenage years into like early adulthood. You know, like that can be a big transition for anyone, guys or girls, you know. I'm excited. I think I've been putting it off. I've been dropping too many hints on my stories and stuff. But
I'm excited. We're finally seeing some content. Like after I've grilled you, man. I'm sorry for grilling.
No, it's
I gotta
okay.
apologize, man.
Yo.
But you know, I'm keeping you on your toes.
I wanted to be grilled. I wanted to be so I could just have this moment and be like, well, actually,
haters.
Actually,
stay tuned.
We've been working on something for the past 2 years, and I think it's been hard because the idea has been around for years. But what you guys don't know, and I'm gonna tell you guys, is that I like remade this album like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Different songs.
Yeah. So
It
this
just
has been
meant
heavy in
like
the works.
I let so much time pass that I was like, yo, if I drop this, like this is not who I am anymore. Like I can't drop this. It just doesn't feel the same.
Yeah. We were just talking about that last week with Anamra, where he was saying the same thing, where he was like,
shout out
that,
Anamra, bro. I
Yeah.
love him. That's part of little background story. Shout out to the and we are not a gang or we are not affiliated with anything, but shout out to the whole GBG, Gifted by God.
Yeah, Gifted by God.
Yeah, that was our thing back then in 2020, 2021. Those
Little
are my
collective.
brothers. Shout out. I love them. Artie, Sherm, Slouch, Sherm, Magnolia, Inamara.
Yeah, we were saying, yo, look,
You
we
get older
were
now.
telling them we all got to go to the studio, bro. We'll invite you,
Yeah,
invite them.
yo, listening party at the
Let's have
studio.
a fucking massive,
We're gonna have a Brazilian arts listening
fucking,
party this
mic
year.
check
We've told
studio
every
sesh.
every guest we're like we're gonna go to the studio
We'll
at
have
some point.
a mic check cipher end of the year. Let's see. I got
that's pretty good.
100 subs. We're gonna drop the mic check
The
cipher. Let's
cipher.
fucking
That's
do
a good
it.
idea. Yeah, we should
Let's
definitely
fucking
do
do it.
that.
100 and then next.
100 subs.
Yeah, we gotta do it. We
and
gotta
we'll
fucking
do
do
the
it. I'm
cipher. We'll
excited.
get all the guests back.
Thank you for coming on. I really
course,
appreciate
guys.
it,
Thank
guys.
you.
Go make sure to check out Real Rich Guala or just Rich Guala
Just
now, right?
Rich
You just go
Guala
Rich
and
Guala
everything,
now.
Rich
I'm bringing
Guala.
back the old days now.
Bring
Rich
it back,
Guala.
damn, bring it back
Bring
like the
it back to the
2018.
OGs. The back OGs. Go
2018
check it out,
days.
guys. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Jack. This is Chiv, and
Thank
we'll
you,
see you
guys.
guys next episode. Hit the subscribe button too, guys. Check the links down below,
Smash
and
that shit.
peace.